just want to look at the T-shares real quick. So yeah, if I do this, yeah. So a million hex 5555 gets you 100, and a million hex right now is the show price. Is it 3,400? Oh my god! I'm gonna have a heart attack. Oh my gosh! I was like, that can't be right. That's not the right price, is it?
Jeez Louise, man. That's about the price where I got most of my hex, though, was at 0.3 of a penny. And but those ones from the first 10 days, I don't even know what the price was, but it was really low. It was much lower than 0.3 of a penny. But yeah, that's 90% of my hex came at that price or below. It's wow. Like crazy.
That's crazy. Let's just say a 10x here. Calculate. Wow. Yeah, I mean, just you can't. Where else are we doing this? Where else do these numbers come from? I don't see it. I don't see it. Let's calculate this again. Yeah.
I always use that example of that one stake that I had come out in September 2021. That the original stake I did, it was the first week of Hex. It was worth $400. It came out as $151,000. It was like, it was only like 18 months or 19 months.
Wow, that was good timing.
Yeah.
I just tapped in a year, so you get to, even with a million hex, you get 40 T-shares for only a year of staking. That is quite amazing as well. Again, $3,400. It does a 10x. I mean, just what? Who's forgetting hex? Is hex boring? When you look at these numbers, do you feel bored? Like,
I remember what I was going to say earlier was like, hex feels like Randy was saying, get 100 T-shirts stuff. Hex feels, I think of hex as like my long-term savings. I know that jargon is not financial advice. That's how I think of it.
Yeah,
it's still risky. All the stuff is still super risky and could go to zero. So no one would be like, yeah, it's my long-term. That's how I think of it because I'm crazy, but I believe in it. I feel like I know it really well. But it feels kind of like a safety net when I have my hex stake where I can mess around a little more because I'm like, oh, I still have my hex stake. So in 15 years, even if they're at the same price that it is now or just a 10x from now, it's still like pretty awesome because of all the yield. So yeah, it makes me feel like safe having my hex, which is a little crazy because this is crypto and it's wild, but you know, I see it as a long-term thing.
That's the funny part. It's like crypto is so wild, unpredictable. It's just immature market. You can say all these things, and then you look at hex, you're like, this thing makes sense. This is like the most stable of the volatile assets as far as like giving me what I want out of. I want to make more money. This thing seems to, historically speaking, it's made a lot of people more money. Hey, you know, you buy at a certain time, the price goes down. It's not worth that at the time. That's the thing. I guess a lot of the comments come out are like, you know, everyone's wrecked PulseChain, everyone's wrecked Pulse, everyone's wrecked Hex. Look at the price go down, and it's such a point in time thing. I don't even bother answering the questions very much anymore. I can't. There's so many layers to pull back. Of if you think you're wrecked because your bag number is down right now, there's so many layers to like get you on the same page of, first of all, what this thing is built to do. Second of all, the current macro conditions. There's so many. It's like a 20-minute conversation to get you up to speed with like why that may not be the case, or may not be. And again, everything stay down forever for all we know. But historically speaking, that doesn't happen. So it's just this point in time. Like maybe it's the red candle syndrome. Maybe it's just not clear thinking about it. But I think there's, I think that's why. Pain.
Look, I think that's why my Patreon's doing so well, because every week, twice a week, we have a strategy call. We sit down, we talk about the current economic conditions, we talk about crypto conditions, we talk about the laws, the Fed, we talk about everything. And that keeps everybody up to date. You know, not everyone makes the meeting. It might only be like 20 or 30 people make the meeting, but the video ends up getting 150 views, something like that, private on the unlisted video. And that's the important thing, to keep people up to date, because I swear folks don't have time today. For some reason, people are so just busy. I don't know if it's busy doing something that's legit or busy doing something that's bullshit, but they're busy, and just being able to watch an hour-long video to catch up to speed is super beneficial in these times.
Yeah, busy usually just means it's not a priority. I don't have time, not a priority. Like right. You got time to eat? Yeah, okay, it's a priority. You know, that sort of thing. So that's where a lot of it probably comes from. And they're like, I think it's again the point of just being down for. Somebody put it in the chat earlier. Let me paste it. a pretty good description. It was like prolonged Rett syndrome, I think.
Yeah, prolonged
It's like
Rett syndrome, Russ.
yeah, yeah. So it's once you get into that, it's you just don't feel like doing a lot of the stuff. You're like, nah, I don't think it's going to help, that sort of thing. Like people getting that in their mind, no matter what happens, no matter what comes up, no matter what opportunity, they're going to be less likely to take it because they're not in that mood to but Randy the salesman knows what I'm talking about, right? It's you gotta get people interested in, and I'll find all of you. Fast Abdul, I was scrolling through the chat and I came across your comment. I'll love his comments.